Sunday morning with us and your loved ones. So how many people, this is your first time coming here? Raise your hand. Wow! Well, welcome. Just to kind of give you a little bit of what we do, we start off with a message from Spirit. Then we go into a little bit of a talk of the day. And then we have a professional talk, which is really exciting. Today it's about Akashic Records. So it's going to be fun. And then we've got mediums. These are professional mediums. This is what they do with their life, with their career, with their passion and their purpose. They will be delivering messages from your loved ones in spirit. I don't know if anybody can see, but apparently we do have a fly that needs a message today. So, try not to be too annoying. Let's just send it lots of love and light as it hangs out, okay? The other thing too is, if you'll do me a favor and just watch the walls, just because if you lean against them, I put up the pictures and I cannot be held accountable for the level of craftsmanship. All right, so let's take a moment and do our message from Spirit. The way the message works, which is just really, really fun, is they know we do this. They know the intention is set. They know it's for the purpose of the service, for those in the room and those watching at home. And so they just give it to me, so I kind of channel it. So it's kind of cool, kind of fun, and I'm always, sometimes that logical mind, what if they don't want to talk today? What if they don't want to say something? They always do. So let us talk about the message today. Ready? Yes. Okay. Many times that you feel like you've lost it all. You talk about nothing is going right, lost friends, broken relationships, unfulfilling jobs. Feels like loss after loss, endless nights of worry. You toss and turn, feeling alone, and asking, who can I count on? You can count on us. We are always here, always present. We are the ones helping you to remove what no longer serves your highest good. We help for you to see all that you are worthy of and that there is no need to settle. You settle for comfort, for beliefs, for basic needs. You settle out of fear of change. We want you to stand tall. Stand tall in the beautiful glory that you are. You are greatness and deserve nothing less in your life. When we see that a lesson is learned and you are ready to move on but refuse to accept the change, we step into hell. When we are removing someone or something from your life, you tend to hold on. You fight us to keep them. You struggle to understand. You rationalize and find endless reasons to justify. Yet, we ask you to trust and to surrender. We see that you have learned this particular lesson and you are ready to move on to your next assignment, next adventure, next vibration. Please take this ride with us. This is a beautiful ride that we want to take you on so that you can grow, explore, and experience all of the love that is not only possible for you, but meant for you. We know this may be painful. This pain is temporary when trusting the path we have laid before you. We pull the weeds from the garden that do not help the garden to grow. We move the cloud that covers the sunshine. We remove those that dim your light. We help to align you with the source of brilliance that you are derived from, reminding you of your limitless power. We are working for the magic that we see within you and not from the fear presented on the outside. When you ask for whom you can count on, just take a few moments. Talk to us. Count on us. They were like, oh yeah, we take that out. I'm like, oh snap, yes they do. And I don't know about you, but it's not real gentle ever, is it? It's real quick. You're like, wait a minute, just give me some notice. But it happens, and it is about that trusting. And sometimes it's hard, right? We all get in our head and we get worried, but it's they're there. Okay, for our talk of the day, we are going to talk about being in a funk. Okay? So, how many people have been in a funk? Raise your hand. Right? Well, that's it. That's the talk of the day. So what a funk is, when you're going through a funk, right? You may feel a little emotional, maybe there's some tears out of nowhere, or you may feel a little cloudy in decision making, you may feel a little lost on the path, right? You just feel a little like, down, right? And you're not real sure why, because a week or two ago you were great, and then you're like, how did all this happen? Well, what is happening is that spirit is changing your vibration. You're ready to take the next vibrational level. But in order to do that, you have to purge whatever you are holding on to, locking you in that vibration. So that down, that funk, that is basically you working through some emotions, letting some things go, coming to terms with things, right? Kind of going through that grief process as well, perhaps. Because we have these hopes, we have these dreams, we have these expectations, and then the plan changes, and we're like, wait a minute. Where was my notice? So when this is happening, it's understanding that you are going through a vibrational shift, a vibrational change. So give yourself an opportunity to let those emotions out. See if there's anything that you need to communicate with someone. Perhaps communicate with yourself, perhaps communicate with your team, your spirit team, right? And allowing that, and as you see when you do that, you're going to get to that next change. You're going to then start to feel better, right? The funk never lasts permanently, right? It's usually like a dip, and then it will get up, and you feel really great again, and then it'll be another dip. But just if you can imagine yourself changing vibrationally each and every time, it makes a lot more sense as to what is happening. So another thing that you can do as well is to be optimistic. So, look at your language. What words are you using? How are you speaking to others? How are you speaking about yourself? Are you showing yourself the love that you deserve? Or are you spending time blaming yourself or being negative or looking at things as to why it's happening to you and not for you? Each of these things will help. It's also practicing gratitude. Because again, many of us have suffered just so many losses and disappointments, heartaches. When things change for you, whether that's getting fired from a job, losing a loved one, a friendship ending, a relationship whom you thought was the one is ending, you're like, wait a minute. So all of these things can pull us into that negative feeling. But yet when we have gratitude as to why this step forward, what was the blessing here? What did we learn here? What is the beauty and the gifts that was presented to us? That will help you shift through. Gotta be careful. Gotta use my enunciation there. Shift through the vibration. Okay? The other one may work too. That you may be able to do that through the vibration. Can you imagine that? Oh, excuse me, gotta use the restroom. Vibrational change happening. But that kind of happened on the way over here. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing. Sharing is caring. So allow yourself to be a little more gentle on yourself. Because as you go through these changes, you tend to beat yourself up. Am I right? Be a little hard on yourself. they love me, or whatever the case may be for you. But remembering that it isn't about you. There is something else going on. So when we have these challenges, right, there may be a reflection. It may be something they're holding on to. It may be something that they need to go to, and you actually have to let it go so that it doesn't hold you down vibrationally and you can move through it. So giving yourself this love today that each and every one of you deserves. Whether you are in a funk or not, gotta be careful here, right? Whether you are in a funk or not, your vibration is continuously evolving, continuously changing. And so when you can embrace that, embrace the challenges as lessons, embrace the love that you have within you and for others, that funk won't take so long to get through. That's your talk today. Feel better?
Yeah.
I know she feels better. Feel light as a feather now. So we are actually going to have our professional talk. Our professional talk is about Akashic Records. So our speaker today is an expert in the field of Akashic Records. And so sometimes the experts, they use language that the rest of us are like, huh? So I asked them to give it to you in the most basic form so that we all understand the principle and the foundation of it. And this may be something that you want to take into your own learning, to your own growth, empowerment, okay? So I would love to invite up Erin Gallagher for our talk. I'm going to send out the basket. The basket is just for the donations. It's not required, but if you just help support the service in the center. Thank you. Thank you, Erin. Cool. You go. Good for here. Oh, thank you.
Hi, everybody. Hi. I just want to take a second first to thank Colby Rebel for making all this possible. Yeah. And, we're in the Virgo new moon today, so for me it's about, for us it's about service. And so being of service is very important, and I just want to honor and recognize Colby for that. So, speaking about Akashic Records, I'm going to give really like the by the book definition first, and then really go into more of the feeling of the records and what it means to us as in humanity and as a collective. So the by the book definition that I have is the Akashic Records, also called the Book of Life, are named after the Sanskrit word Akasha, which is the most basic field of energy from which all else manifests. The Akashic Records hold the history and blueprint of each and every soul and their journey throughout time, including every intention, purpose, thought, word, and deed. Whatever is relevant to help in your soul's evolution is knowable and accessible. So, in this lifetime, we have spirit guides, and we have angels, and we have a team kind of holding us and walking us through the path. So, in the Akashic Records, you have your masters, teachers, and loved ones. And these are kind of a different set of spirit guides that kind of hold your hand not only through this lifetime, but through the entire breadth of your soul. So when we come here, we choose lessons to learn. And the masters, teachers, and loved ones really hold the space for us to get messy, to get imperfect, to allow ourselves to learn those lessons however we need to learn them, as opposed to in our human expression, which can sometimes be limited by our culture, people around us, our judgments of ourselves. So it's really about staying the path of allowing yourself to just get messy and learn those lessons as you're supposed to, instead of judging yourself and judging the process. So when I'm talking about the Akashic Records to people, I really say that it's like basically a huge energetic master libraries. So if you think about it like a big library containing the story of your soul, everyone else's souls, and also really anything with energetic vibration. So if you wanted to open your own Akashic Records, you could. If you wanted to open the Akashic Records of someone else, you could. And you can open the Akashic Records of really anything. So a planet, a crystal, and because everything that exists in the world has a purpose. A boulder, its purpose is to be present and grounded. And our presence, our existence is to learn all the lessons that our soul came here to learn. So the energy here in the 3D, like the third dimension, is pretty heavy and dense, right? We have all these, like I said, judgments about ourselves and everything else, and we get kind of stuck a little bit, like Colby was talking about, in maybe a lack vibration, or I don't have enough, or I'm not doing things right. And our masters and teachers and loved ones are basically our team to say, to kind of like lift us up into this fifth dimension, which is where the energy is a little bit more malleable, movable, where there's more acceptance and love in that space. So when you go up and you master your masters, teachers, and loved ones, you're getting this non-judgmental information from the basically holders of your soul. So they hold the space for your soul to learn lessons. You are able to go up and ask, what is the lesson I'm needing to learn right now? Why am I going through this? What is the purpose of my soul in this lifetime right now? Or what was the purpose in past lifetimes? So like I said, since we're an eternal soul, you can ask about past lifetimes and future possibilities as well. So yes, what's important to the masters, teachers, and loved ones, and to our own soul is to learn the lessons that we came as well. So I'm going to compare it really quick to a medium reading. So in a medium reading, we're connecting to someone else's spirit, someone else's soul, and connecting to them to their loved ones on Earth in this 3D expression, right? And when you're in your own records, you're basically getting a medium reading from them, from your masters, teachers, and loved ones, right? So when you're in your own records, you're basically doing the same thing, but with your own soul. So because you have your guides, your masters, teachers, and loved ones in records, they can help you see the story of your soul in the way that we, when we're connecting to spirit, do the same thing for them. So it's connecting us to our path here. So the purpose of the Akashic Records is to really foster your soul into its highest potential. So when you're up in the Akashic Records and you're speaking with your masters, teachers, and loved ones, you are accessing what they really want you to see is your soul in its greatest, brilliant, most glorious expression. They don't see the limits that you put on yourself. They don't see the lack. They don't see the judgments. They just see the beauty that you're here to hold and the lessons that you're here to learn. And they're there to guide you in a loving way through that. So it's most important for them to have you see that. And so what really defines that feeling to me of opening the records and learning the process and slowly but surely getting more aligned with why you're here and what you're here to do is the Akashic mantra, which I changed a little bit to fit today. But it says, my soul will learn the lessons it came here to learn as it becomes aware of itself as God. I'm going to repeat that because it's so profound. My soul will learn the lessons that it came here to learn as it becomes aware of itself as God. And so what that means is as you open the records, every time you do, your soul gets a little bit bigger. You see yourself as you are aligned with your innermost purpose. And as you do that, you are seeing yourself as God, as the beautiful, amazing person that you are, soul that you're here to be, and to stand in your light, in your glory, and to share that with the world, and to really, be a pioneer for your own expression, and to never hold back. So that's really what the purpose of the Akashic Records is to slowly open up that expression, and to slowly see yourself as your masters, teachers, and loved ones see you. So some of the benefits of opening the Akashic Records, I have a list here about, how you can clear certain things in the records and clear certain limiting beliefs. But for me, what I found when I open mine and other people's records that's most important is that it helps you to trust yourself and to trust that you know what you need and that you are in or being led to the records at a certain time in your life because it's leading you to yourself. It's leading you to your self-trust. And so it alleviates this need or sometimes the dependence to have something else, something that we attach ourselves to, like, oh, I need this to do. Like for me, in the beginning of my spiritual journey, it was my tarot cards. I didn't feel like I could do a reading for anyone without my cards because I was like, I don't feel like I'm powerful enough to just look at somebody and see them for who they really are and to have what they need to hear come up. And so, of course, they serve their purpose in the moment. But as I worked in the Akashic Records and opened up my experience, I realized, wow, I am all I need. And that's what your masters, teachers, and loved ones are really here to tell you is you are all you need. And there's nothing you need in between you and spirit. You are spirit, you are God, you are oneness. And so it's really kind of alleviating that need to have a middleman between you and the information. So, or even just the fear of I'm not spiritually advanced enough to know what I'm doing, or or comparison. This person's been doing it for years, and I'm new, and I just had my awakening, I'm not sure. So that's why I love the Akashic Records. They really say we're all one, we're all the same, we're all on the same journey. And that's what I was saying in the beginning, circling back to the perfectionism. We don't need to be perfectly on the right path. There's no right path. There's no wrong path. We just kind of go and hope for the best, you know? And using the guidance of the masters, teachers, and loved ones is really helpful for that. So it really leads you back to give you the confidence of knowing that everything you need you already have. And it really helps you gain that knowledge that the intrinsic powers you have within you are always there. And it's just being in the Akashic Records over and over will allow you to alleviate that need and soften the ego so that spirit can speak to you. Because when you're in ego or when you're in judgment, your body's surrounded by this energy of don't talk to me, go away, or in resistance. So when you kind of can alleviate that resistance, then everything can move and shift and come in. So that's what I do, is I help people facilitate so that there's more room to move so that they can hear the messages easier one. So if I speak more about the types of clearing, healing, and benefits for the Akashic Records, we have aligned with your life path and soul desires. So you can ask about why you're here right now in this lifetime. You can ask about other lifetimes and how they apply to this one, if there's anything left over or following you or any kind of energetic block that has been brought through to this lifetime. And you can clear that in the Akashic Records as well. Also to activate your gifts and knowledge from past lives. And also just activate your gifts and knowledge from this life. Because it's, like I said, we'll slowly show you that you can trust yourself and your gifts. And as you expand in that knowledge and your soul expands, even just, I always tell people when I open your records, even just if we were to sit in your records for an hour not doing anything, you would come out feeling healed, and a lot of energy will have moved, and you will have a lot more openness and a lot less self-judgment because your masters, teachers, loved ones are there and clearing the space around you to hear those messages easier. So another one is to align yourself with money and abundance. So I've used the records a lot in my own business to create business plans, to create my pricing, to create, to ask where are my next clients, who can I go to next, what's the next step for my business, how can I more effectively, let's say, work with others, or who's the next person I can work with. And so they will lead you very specifically and tell you very specific information as you become more and more open to hearing. So that's really helpful. And manifest and create what you want in your life. So you can, if you have something you really want to manifest, you can really zone in on that and say, what are the blocks that are keeping me from that? And what are the steps that I can take to getting that? Or sometimes you'll find that that's not the thing you really want, and there's something else there, and they'll help you to see that too in the time that you're ready to see it. And to close, I just want to say that when we're in the Akashic Records or taking a reading from me or getting a reading from someone else, what it's for is really about connecting to yourself, right? And helping you participate in universal flow and your own timelines that you have here. And so it's really about just self and self-trust. So that's my closing. I just wanted to say that. So thank you so much.
Did you enjoy?
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna go home and open him up. Where is this? All right, so now we have our mediums going to deliver messages. You all ready?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so just a couple things so that they each don't have to come up and tell you how they work. I'm going to kind of do it in a nice little summary for you so that they have to jump right in, okay? So a couple ways that they will get messages. They will see things, hear things, feel things, or simply know something, okay? They will go direct, meaning I feel like I am with you, or they will do what's called throwing it out and you grab it. Here is the part about throwing it out. You must take ownership of your loved one. Claim them, all of them. Even the ones that would embarrass you at the family barbecue. You may also be the messenger for someone else. So think of those that have passed, not just in your immediate family, but perhaps your community. Think of loved ones that may have passed when you were younger as well, okay? They may give you a name, so please think of names for the living and in spirit, all right? Also, take a moment to look at what you're wearing. Just take a moment, everybody, look down. Oh, yes, I did put that on this morning. Because they may come to you and say, I feel like I'm with the lady in the blue shirt. So many times, you guys, you have no idea. I feel like I'm with the lady in the blue shirt. Okay? Another thing too, take a moment to remember your name. Very surprised. No, so surprised. Marianne. And I was like, I feel like Marianne? No. And she goes, oh my goodness, my middle name is Marianne. Come on! All right, so they're gonna go with you. Give them a verbal yes or no. You know, pretend you're yelling to your kids. Yes, no. Ready? Let's practice. Ready?
Yes.
No. Yes. No. Awesome. All right. Okay. Our first medium. She's like an expert in everything. All right. She is a professional medium. But she's also a professional psychic, a Reiki master, a crystal teacher, all sorts of hobbies on the outside. So she is so mastered in this work and so committed to this work and so dedicated to the purpose of spirit. And it's so wonderful to watch her work and watch her connect. And so I would love to bring up Jules Davis. Thank you, Jules.
Okay. All right, no pressure after that. So I'm just going to take a moment and see who would like to step forward and work with me today. Oh, I mean from the spirit world. Thank you very much. Okay, just a moment. Let me see who would like to step forward first. I feel both over here. I'm hearing mother and father, so I might have two spirits. Just bear with me here. All right, definitely I'm going to start with the woman here. I now have a woman in spirit. I do feel this is mother. And I feel like she has a funny sense of humor, actually. I feel like that's the first thing she's coming forward with. I do feel like she would have been a smoker. She's showing me that, and I do feel like she would have passed from an illness because she's also showing me that she would have had some oxygen or been wearing oxygen towards the end of her life. She had that. Although I do feel like this is something she would have had in her home as well, not just in like a hospital type of situation. She does feel like a tough personality, so I know she wasn't always the easiest person to deal with as well. So I do feel drawn over here. Does anybody over here understand any of this information? Is that a yes? Please use your voice, because that helps the energy. Okay, yes. And you understand this as mother and everything else that I've said? Okay. All right. And you do understand this difficult personality, because I know she could be a little bit gruff. I feel like even her voice was a little bit raspy or something at times. Do you understand that? But she's just making me feel, she's kind of like a big mama bear. I feel like she had an affectionate side to her personality, but she could also be quite strong and tough. Do you understand that? Okay, please use your voice again. Yes, okay. All right, okay. I do feel like she would have been ill for a time period, because I feel like this oxygen would have been something that she had around the house for a while. Do you understand that?
She had it, not around the house, but she had it where she was at.
Where she was at, okay. But she's just making me feel like this was something that was a part of her life for a while. Do you understand this? Okay. She's also making me feel like there would have been some kind of a heart condition vision or something she's bringing me to her chest as well. She's a lot of fun. I feel like she could have had a little bit of a, I don't want to say a dirty sense of humor, but do you understand her spell? I want to make some crass jokes or something with her, you understand that? So she just gave me the impression she was fun. I feel like when she was a younger woman, she would have liked to go out a lot and be more social, you understand that as well? And I feel like towards the end of her life, she was more, she was kind of stuck at home, and that was a difficult time for her, do you understand? Because she felt good being social and being out there with people. I feel like she would like to have, she could have been the life of the party at one point in her life, is what I feel. She just feels like all of that animation kind of went out of her. And I feel like at the end of her life, I feel like she was ready to go. Do you understand that? Even though it was difficult for people around her, it just feels like she was kind of like, okay, I'm done living in this body. Do you understand? So I feel like she's coming forward today, to just give you a lot of love. I feel like even though there may have been some challenges in your relationship, you knew how much she loved you. Do you understand that? And I just feel this overwhelming sense of love, and I just want to give that to you because she's so excited to be here and connect with you today. So please take your love. Thank you. Okay. All right, I am feeling Father because I was hearing Father before. I am feeling Father in spirit now. Here. I do feel like he's showing me boats, and I feel like there's something about him either having a boat or there are memories of boats because he's showing me a dock. I feel like he's tying a boat to the dock is what he's showing me. I do feel with this man, he's a lot more quiet. He's much more reserved than the previous woman that I just worked with. He feels very stoic, and I feel like he would have liked to spend a lot of time on his own. He was pointing me this way. I did feel like I might be working on this side of the room. But there's something about this dock that feels important, or there would be a memory there. Does anybody understand this on this side of the room?
As a grandfather.
Grandfather? Okay. Anybody else understand it? Father? As father? Okay. All right. Let me just keep working with him. And you also understand this more reserved personality as well for both of you? Okay, because he's just making me feel like he would have done things on his own or away from the family at times as well. I feel like he would have taken trips in solitude is what I feel. You understand? I also feel very much like there's something about fishing as well with the boat. Do you understand that? Or there would have been fishing around this, but I definitely feel that there would have been times where you would have been taken to this dock or the boat where it is. Do you have memories of this? Do you have memories?
He wants the fishing.
Okay. Do you have memories of the boat and taking? Yeah. Okay. All right. Let me just keep working with him a little bit and make sure I have this clear. I also feel that this man he wasn't the easiest man to get to know, is what I feel, but there were little pearls of wisdom that would come from him. Do you understand that? Both of you, okay. And I'm like trying to feel it because of course we're both in the same direction here. Okay. All right. He's making me feel that there would have been some emotional distance at times. I don't feel like he was always the most warm, affectionate. I do have to say father, so I feel, keep listening to me, but do you understand this?
Yeah.
I feel like there would have been some distance at times, affectionate, not so much with dad. Do you understand that? Okay. Because he's just making me feel that there's some remorse or regret about not getting closer to his family, is what I feel. Do you understand that?
Yeah, to some degree.
Okay, because it feels like he didn't really let people into his heart all the time. Do you understand what I mean by that? So I just feel with Dad, he's letting me know that he's like trying to open himself up a little bit more. It's almost like he wants to let you know that his heart has expanded on the other side. I'm not sure, do you understand what I mean by that? Okay, because I also feel like he's showing me that he used to take these trips by himself, but that it's like he tried to let the family in by taking me there sometimes.
Sometimes, depends on where
went a couple of extensive trips.
Okay, but you understand that it wasn't all the time that you were allowed to go on these trips with him, and there would have been
Oh, yeah.
his private time, but then he would allow the family to come sometimes, is what I feel. He feels like he would have liked to read a lot. I feel like he was a very intelligent man. You understand that about your dad? Because it feels like he knew a lot of information. He's just making me feel like he was well educated but well read. That's what I feel. You understand? I feel like he had a lot of knowledge about the world. I feel, I know you just mentioned traveling, but he was going to tell me as well. He's telling me that he knew a lot about the world as well. I feel like culturally things were important to him too. Do you understand that? Learning about other places and cultures and things like that. Because he's just making me feel like he likes to know about a lot of different things. I just feel with Dad, again, that he wants to, I feel like at times, I'm not sure if you would understand, because I feel like your heart is more open than Dad, but I feel like sometimes it's hard for you to let people in too. Do you understand that? Yeah. Because he's just making me feel like he sees a little bit of that in you, and he wants you to allow your heart to expand and open more before it's too late, if you will understand that, and I'll just leave that today. Thank you.
It's like a relay. It's the spirit baton. Wasn't that wonderful?
Yes.
Thank you. One thing too, I know I forgot to mention, when they give a message for the clapping, some people say the clapping is to clear energy. I really kind of don't like that myself. Like, why would I want to clear it? Like, we want them all in here. But I love that clap as a celebration that loved one stepped forward and made sure that they made an effort to get to their loved one here. So I love the clap for celebration. Okay. Now our next medium, also a teacher. She's actually teaching a workshop here in the next month or two. And she is also a psychic medium, and she also really dives into the intuition as well, getting to the root of our feelings and our emotions. But you will see with her messages and her connection, there is a love, there is a light, there is this beautiful gentleness about her. So I'm very excited to have Yusan Shin. Come on.
So immediately I'm being a mother, and she was actually someone who loved having children around her. She felt very, not everyone who's a mother is motherly, but she was like the epitome of motherly. She enjoyed having all of her children's friends all around, and the home became like kind of a central meeting place for all the kids in the neighborhood. Okay. Did anyone take this? Yeah. Okay. Anyone take this? Okay. Give more information. Okay. I also feel that while she had this open house policy, she also had a few secrets that she just kind of wanted to keep for herself. And it wasn't until after she passed that some of these secrets came out. Can anyone take this? Okay. Gina, you don't have a mother in spirit.
No, but one of my aunts,
Okay.
she passed away a couple of months ago.
Okay.
Not long ago.
Was she like a mother to you?
No, not more friend than mother.
Okay. Let me see. And so no one else can take this mother who was a central figure in all of your lives, a lot of activity in the home.
Grandmother.
Grandmother, okay. Let me just, hold on. Okay. And think there was a key component of having a secret that didn't come out until she passed, that she was a little more like, she was very open and it appeared to be open, but she had a few like things, nuggets that she kept to herself. Do you understand this?
I'm sure she did. There's no question about that.
Okay. All right. So she's making me feel that, there were periods in her life where, she was very hard-headed as well. Okay, so she's making me, do you understand this too? Mother or grandmother? Okay, so you can also take the hard-headedness periods, and secrets that kind of came out after she passed, all right, so I'm being shown like a little diary that, was revealed, when she passed, and those are like some of the secrets that, where she had heard some of her, deepest, darkest, thoughts, and that she didn't really reveal to everyone, and do you have a grandmother whose diary or journal that you found?
Recipe book.
Recipe, okay. Okay, because it was something in writing, and it was something that she just did not like reveal until after. Okay. So I just wanted to. Okay. So she's making me feel that you have moments like this as well, where you can seem very open and loving, but there's a part of you that wants to keep some things like solely for yourself, and it's kind of like your sacred period. And she's like, that's absolutely wonderful, and she wants to encourage you to continue to do that.
I love that. Thank you.
And she's very excited about what actually is going to happen in the next year or 2 years, because it's going to. She's making me feel that there's a lot of energy and excitement there that's coming your way. So I'm gonna make that.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
I have a relationship. I feel like he could be an uncle who also feels very fatherly. So it could be an uncle who was like a surrogate father, or a father with a little bit of a distance. His personality was very rough, and he oftentimes, even though you have a special place in his life and his heart, he oftentimes kept a lot of people at bay, at arm's length. He also, he also liked to hunt. So a hunting man who only kept a few people close, might have been an uncle or a father. Does that anyone? Okay. Let me get more information. Maybe I have the relationship wrong.
Yeah, uncle, just not the.
Oh, okay. You had a father or uncle who was almost like a dad to you?
We were close.
Okay. And did he have kind of a gruff personality? People kind of at bay?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay. Okay. So I'm not sure how he got started in the whole hunting thing, but he shows me that he started off hunting squirrels. Do you know that? He moved from smaller animals to bigger animals, but as a kid he shot squirrels. Would you happen to know that?
Yeah.
Okay. So he just wants you to know that as a kid, he thought it was such a thrill to hunt and do all these things. But he also wants me to relay, like, how much he let you in, how much he felt for you. There weren't very many people that he let in to his inner circle, if you will, and he just wants you to know that he misses you, and he really treasured the times together. I'm trying to see if I can get a memory. I don't feel that while he was a huntsman that he actually took you hunting, so it wasn't something that you did together. But okay, you just making me feel that you had like just personal talks. You just had these just genuine talks, and that he appreciated all of those times when he could just be himself, and that you can reveal what was going on in your life, and that you had that connection, and you didn't feel like you had that with everyone, and he felt the same. So he just wants you to know how much that meant to him in his lifetime here, and he misses you, and he appreciates you and sends his love. I'm a little traumatized. For anyone who doesn't know, I feed Stan the spirit squirrel every day. But so happy he came forward for this. That's okay. He couldn't have done anything else in his life but shoot your little squirrels. I'm glad he came forward today. All right, are you guys ready for some more messages? Okay, our next medium is a great friend of mine. She also is a co-host with me once a month on my show. I have a show called Live with Colby Rebel, but we have a special episode called Vino and Voices. It's a poor excuse to have a nice glass of Chardonnay. But she joins me monthly. But I have been on this journey with her since the beginning. And so, although we're different, we're so much the same. And we are definitely soul sisters. Kind of from the same mom, because we had the same teacher, so. But I would love to bring up Jennifer Schaefer real quick. One time, thank you. One moment. She actually, there's a guy named Rich Martini that wrote a book. He wrote a couple, but it's basically VIP pass to the flip side, where he Jennifer channeled spirit, and he wrote down what she had. So it's been like #1 on Amazon. So just give that shout out.
I'm very excited to be here in my toga outfit. All right, so I'm getting the name Tony. This guy feels very vibrant. It feels like something with his head. Usually when I get this, it could mean a couple of things. It could mean that he could have lost his memory towards the end of his life, so he had dementia. Does anybody have a Tony, possible Tony or Anthony that had Alzheimer's, close to dementia? Let me get some more information. Okay, this feels like it's more like an uncle versus a father. Uncle energy versus a father. Let me get some more. asked him what he wanted to say, and he says that he can remember now.
Aw.
I think that's funny. I can't really, when it comes to spirit, it's one of those things where they just give it, they have to give what it gets. So if you come across a Tony, or if you are Tony and you're here in the audience, with an uncle that had Alzheimer's, he can remember now. And there was something about this person taking care of them, like either being with them or helping them out towards the end of their life. Okay? Let me get some more. Okay. So, Bethany. Really need Beth or Bethany right now. And again, like she said, it could be here, it could be something here, it could be over there. It feels like this area could have been the reason why this person passed. So down here, does that make sense to anybody? Beth or Bethany? Yeah. What parts can you take?
The Beth
Okay, Beth,
and liver.
the liver, okay. Let me get some more information. Okay, may I work with you? And you were really tiny, right? This was somebody that passed away when you were younger,
In my like early
early 20s.
or 19.
Okay, so last year. Okay, all right. Let me get some more information from her. There's something that she's bringing through. I don't know if you're writing. Are you starting to write
I mean, here and there.
here and there? Okay. She's encouraging you to write more and not to put it in order. Okay, because I think that's why you stop, right? She's also saying there's a great family story. It doesn't mean it includes her, okay? She doesn't want to be included. She's like, no, I don't want to be included. But not in that sense. Just like you have a great story to tell, and there's a very challenging part of it, correct? But I feel like what she showed me was that it's going to hit so many people and help a lot of people with what you have to say. And I feel like you're just getting there, you're like right there to like really going for it, but you're like, oh, I think I'll wait a little bit until I'm 20. I could say that I'm a little bit older. And so the message coming from Beth is that she loves you, she's around you, you have a great strong system up there with the Akashic records. Go in there, like what we said, open them up, ask for you, just be fearless when it comes to your next step. Okay? I'll leave that with you. I do feel feels like a younger gentleman. Love motorcycle riding. And he's showing me graffiti. He actually, so when I see graffiti, it could be just painting or like spraying, but that's pretty specific for somebody to come through. Does anybody have a younger boy that, or it could, when I say younger again, it's all out there, somebody that was younger that loved motorcycle riding, they also loved artwork. Is that?
Yeah.
Yes? What parts can you take?
He was, I think he was in his late 30s when he died,
Okay.
and I referred to him as Chuck the motorcycle guy, because he always with Harleys.
Right?
And he was an art director, but he also was a painter. He was young.
Yes. 3 for 3. It's the only job that you can have where you have to bat 1,000. There's no other job where you can have an off day. Okay. May I work with you?
Sure.
Didn't
know him that well, but sure.
You know what? He's gonna stop by and I go ahead and talk to him because he actually is pretty cool.
Yes, he was very cool.
He says he left a lot to, but like whether it's artwork or whether it's his, he influenced, I feel, a lot more people, I think his own age, correct? Maybe. I don't know that about him. To you guys go to lunch one day? You showed me a
We
memory.
dated for a while, we go
Oh,
to
you
lunch.
did a little bit more than lunch.
Yes.
Okay, I'm trying to raise that vibration. All right. Give me a second. He just wants to tell you that he loves you. He loves the way that you were. He might have not even liked women, per se, necessarily. He rode a Harley, did all these things, but he loved the way, your essence. Like, you got him out of his spot every time that you're around him. He wants to thank you for that. I'll leave that with you. How was that lunch? Good. Little Scooby snack. Did you enjoy the messages?
Yes.
Would you like a couple more messages? Awesome. I've got a lady here. This feels like it's mother. If it's grandmother, you would have lived with her at some point. Like there's definitely a mothering side to her. But there's also this side to her where she feels constantly moving. Like I feel like she's a fast-paced lady. She gives me this feeling of a bit of a hustle about her, a bit of no one's gonna talk back to her. Like I do know that there's a lot of respect in the family. There's a lot of she can snap her fingers and everyone's gonna run around. But in that really authoritative sense, not a mean sense, just strict sense. Do you understand this? Because I keep getting drawn right here. Do you understand this?
It's possible.
Mother or grandmother?
Grandmother.
Do you understand the strictness about her, yes? Do you understand that she could snap her fingers and everybody's gonna come running? Does that make sense? Yes?
Yes.
Do you also understand a connection to music with her as well? Her loving music or listening to music in the house a lot. Do you understand that? And it feels like it's records. Okay, hang on. Go ahead.
It's my grandmother.
Okay, so you understand.
Not records as much, but she played music.
Excuse me, what?
Not records as much, but she played music, she sang, she did all of that.
Okay, I'm definitely seeing records. I feel like she's playing records through the house, so I don't want to let go of the records. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you also understand that for some reason the name Etta James keeps coming up? So I don't know if there's a connection to Etta James. Do you understand that music or that?
Yeah,
Okay. Do you understand a connection to the name Etta or as well, or just the kind of music?
that kind of music.
Okay, thank you. Do you also understand with her a sense of intelligence? Very smart lady. I just feel like really ahead of her time. Do you
Oh, yeah.
understand that as well? Okay, there's also a sense as well with piano. So I just saw a piano. So she gives me the fact that somebody else in the family plays piano. Do you understand the piano player as well in the family?
Not necessarily. I'm a singer. I played piano for a while as a kid, maybe.
Next thing you know, your middle name is Mary. There's always one. Always. It's okay.
Sure.
Okay. I do feel like your grandmother, I just get this feeling where I feel like she wants to step forward because you're not, it just feels like you're not utilizing your creativity to the degree you should be or could be. And I feel like she's calling you out on that a little bit because that's how she would work. And I feel like, again, she just snaps her fingers and says, you need to get on this, with this, and to this, okay? So I do feel like there's a sense where stop dragging your feet and get back to the purpose you know you're here for. Wow. Good thing she's not my Grammy. I'm gonna be more than happy to leave that with you. All right, I've got yeah, all right. I've
younger, maybe in his teens, early 20s. He definitely makes me feel like this passing, he's responsible for this passing. He definitely is very clear about this. He gives me the feeling it's a quick passing. He gives me this feeling of being an overly sensitive boy who thought he was a man. That's just his personality. He gives me this feeling where this would be maybe a nephew, or there's definitely a connection this way. Can someone connect to the nephew?
My cousins,
Okay, you understand that? Okay, can someone over here take it?
Possibly, a nephew.
Okay, do you understand the nephew who's responsible for his passing? Do you also understand the ages between 17 and like the early 20s, something like that? You both can? Okay, hang on 1 second. I just feel, because I felt more drawn here, but hang on, okay? He gives me this feeling too. You would understand when he thought he was a man, though. That is also really important. You understand that? Where I feel like he would go around telling people what to do, or he didn't like to be told what to do as well. Do you understand that? Okay. I just feel really drawn here, but if you'll do me a favor and listen in, can you do that for me? Okay, thank you. I know Tony, but I don't know this person, right? I've never done this for you. I just feel like this, and this is a nephew, is that correct?
Like a step nephew.
Yeah, okay.
I don't consider him my nephew.
Okay, because I just kept hearing nephew, so that's kind of, it's pretty close though. He gives me this feeling around him though, of, there is a bit of a spinning out of control though, you understand that as well? And a feeling of, I do feel like the family was trying to help, trying to kind of get in, but I feel like he was just so stubborn that he wasn't listening to anybody and they kind of couldn't get him to help. Do you understand that? Okay, there must be, would you also understand substance use with him as well? Because I keep feeling like they were trying to do an intervention, but they couldn't.
Father died young, so.
Okay, I feel like I am really here, so if you don't mind, can you listen in? Is that okay? Okay, because it feels so here. I just feel like he gives me this feeling too of, he likes his jeans, so I know he's wearing his jeans. He might even have boots, because it's like dusty boots is what I keep saying, okay? So again, I feel like there's a sense, would you understand him smoking or something too? Is there a pack, because he just showed me something in the back pocket, which I feel is a pack of cigarettes. Okay, he's always hiding stuff too. I feel like he would hide this addiction, he would try to hide his money, because he kept saying he was broke, but really he was just hiding the money so he could get people to lend him money, right? You understand that? See, but the thing is that I feel like everybody thought, honestly, I really feel like everybody thought he would also grow out of this. And I feel like everybody did try, but I don't feel like they realized to what degree was at hand with this, okay? And I feel like he does want to say he's sorry, and I do feel like he does want to say, I want to let you know I'm okay, but there was so much I could have done down here, and if I had just not been so stubborn. So he takes responsibility for that. He also just takes responsibility. I know he created so much pain, and he wants to say he's sorry for that, but he also wants to thank him for the memorial. There's a memorial bench or something, or dedicated to him. So I feel like there's a dedication to him, and it feels like maybe in a park or something. Seeing a dedication, and he wants to thank him for that. Do you know what this dedication is?
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure of.
Okay.
I'll find out.
Okay, because I just feel like that's part of it. Okay. Can you understand that dedication?
the bench in the cemetery.
Oh, they're trying to get in here. Okay, they're just trying to muscle their way. All right, this is what happens when you do what young men do. They're like, what are we in there? No, boys. So I do feel like that, but I also want you to please take that message and carry on that message. One last thing, I do just feel like that. I do just feel like he does want to apologize, and I do feel like he says I missed out on the most beautiful part that was ever a part of me, and I'm sorry for that. But I want to let you know that I'm around you and I'm guiding you, and I want to let you know my love for you will never end. Okay? All right, I'll leave that with you guys. Did you enjoy?
Yes.
Thank you. I want to thank one that is full of life, love, and connection. A super huge shout out to my friends, colleagues, and professional mediums and light workers back there who have donated their time to deliver the gorgeous and beautiful and healing messages, to Erin for her incredible talk on Akashic Records that we're all like, oh, what is in my head? So I do want to thank you because again, we couldn't do this without you in the chairs and without them volunteering their gift and their time. And a huge shout out to Spirit for showing up. Before you leave today, if you want to be on the mailing list, just let me know. I'll pull it out because I did forget to pull it out earlier. But it's for this space. There's lots of classes here that are held by different teachers. Events are held here. So it's just going to go out one time a month because I'm so busy I can't do more than that. So we will not bombard you. But if you want to be on that list to be in the know, just let me know. Okay, a couple events coming up just to let you know what is coming here. Today, actually, Erin, she was doing a 2-day Akashic Record certification. So although the certification you can't do today, if you want to join in that 1 to 6 and participate in that part of it, speak to her if you have time today, 1 to 6. Otherwise, she is holding another one, and I believe it is October 11th from 7:30 to 9:30, okay? We also, Jennifer Shaper, our gorgeous goddess in the green today, she is doing her wine and spirits. So she does a wine and spirits evening. And she's been on tour with this. And so she's actually going to come here. It is Saturday, September 15th. And you get a little glass of female and wine, and you get a message from a loved one in spirit. So it is a lot of fun. There are still tickets available, I believe. Yes? Okay, perfect. And we have Yusan, who will be here. If you want to work on that intuition, trusting yourself, decision making, move to the next level, basic but core foundation stuff. It is October 20th and 21st. It will be here, but you can connect to Yusan to get more details. Then we have the beautiful Jules tonight. Okay, so here's the thing. I wrote this blog on cord cutting, right? And then I said, hey, you gotta do it around the moon. Well, look at this, we got a moon tonight. So Jules is doing a new moon meditation and sound bath at her space. It's like 5 minutes from here. But she's doing that tonight at 7:30. She is also doing September 15th and 16th. It's a Reiki level 1 and 2, and it's all day. So you can go do some Reiki and then come some for some wine. Perfect. We get the healing done all around. And then last, also really, really cool is on September 23rd, she's doing a crystal healer certification class. So if you have a thing for crystals, definitely do that. Last but not least, I'll just keep it short. October 6th, that's a Saturday, from 11 to 2, I am doing a psychic and mediumship development class here. It's a great foundation course. We layer it on top, so it's not super, super beginner, but I also adapt to your level, and we have great exercises to that. I have Sunday as a platform, so if you kind of say, hey, I'd like to read in front of a group of people, come take that. Last but not least, September 29th, is at the Olympic Collections, about 10 minutes from here. I am so honored and excited and just beyond privileged to be able to have been invited to do a public demonstration with one of Britain's greatest mediums of all time. He's been doing it over 50 years, but he's 62. Paul Jacobs, and his Melinda Kushner, who is also a teacher, healer, sessional medium. So we have tickets for that as well. I put flyers up at the front. But again, thank you so much. If you guys want to check in here, that would be great. I'd love it. I'd love
next month. It is October 7th next month, okay? Have a beautiful day.